You're watching the Solano College Sports Network, SCSN, bringing you the best sports coverage in Solano County.
Peterson has to deal with the Falcons. Cleanup hitter Alex Crosby and hits this one well to left center.
In first place. And this one lifted by Spini into deep right field. Edgar going back, and he's going to watch this one sail over the wall. Big home run for Nick Spini. All right, here's Anderson. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. That'll be the 9th strikeout for Ryan Anderson.
Davis with the pitch, and this one is hit deep in the right center. And this one is going to fall, and this game, Fortney running in, he's going to be home, and this game is over! A walk-off victory for the Solano Falcons.
I'm Nicholas Altman. Thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Falcons. Solano is managed by...
Well, hard to imagine we've come to the end of the regular season so quickly. That is the 2013 Community College regular season, and both these teams hope this isn't the end of the road today. Big game, second place in the Bay Valley Conference on the line for both the Solano Falcons and the Laney Eagles here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Well, hi everybody, I'm Greg Poff here on the Solano College Sports Network, along with my broadcast partners Zach Kraft and Shamari Block will be joining us shortly. Big game today for the Falcons. They're 33 games in, 21 and 12 record, but they need one more game today to ensure a playoff berth for the 2013 season. Laney Eagles tied with Solano, so big game today, folks. We hope you enjoy it here on the Solano College Sports Network, and we're just about ready for the opening pitch.
Jordan Tolbert.
Interested in a career in sports broadcasting? Then Communication Studies 75 is a class for you. My name is Raina Carrasco with the Solano College Sports Network. Learn the basics of sports broadcasting, experience the thrill of doing a live broadcast, and even create your own radio show. And for those athletes wanting to improve on their speaking interview skills, you don't want to pass this up. So come join us next fall in Communication Studies 75, Wednesdays 1 to 4 in room 121. Now back to the broadcast.
All right, and now for the starting lineups for the visiting Laney Eagles, here's my broadcast partner, Zach Kraft.
Leading off for Laney will be first baseman number 15, Byron Buckley. Batting second will be shortstop number 2, Sam Nieves. Batting third will be your center fielder, number 41, Todd Burgos. Batting cleanup is the catcher, number 30, Kenny Chavez. Batting fifth at third base, number 11, Tyler Strong. Batting sixth in left field, number 18, Jacob Schober. Batting seventh, your DH, number 33, Robert Manchuk. Batting eighth at second base, number 8, Daniel DiGirolamo. And batting ninth in right field will be number 5, Lamar Blanton. And on the hill today for Laney will be number 22, Julian Kelly.
And you can see Ryan Anderson on the hill now getting ready for the Falcons. And Ryan Anderson going against Julian Kelly today, Zach. This is a matchup of that thrilling game. The last time these two teams hooked up here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium, that thrilling come from behind win by Solano. Won that game 5-4, but Ryan Anderson, Julian Kelly, quite a duel in that game. Expect to see more of the same. Quickly now for the Solano Falcons, David Fernandez will be at shortstop. Tucker Bishop will be at third. Crosby at first. Wells in right field. Spini will be the designated hitter. J.Q. Justin Quilliton at second base. Edgar Barr in left field. Brasher behind the plate. Jordan Tolbert will be in center field today for the Falcons. And getting things started, folks, Byron Buckley steps in to face Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson, first pitch, strike at the knees, and boy, that's what you like to see with Ryan Anderson. And you know what you're going to get with Anderson? He's going to pound the strike zone, and he's going to throw strikes.
Yeah, sometimes we'll have a little hiccup with the first batter of the inning. He'll hit him or walk him, but in his last start against Contra Costa, he was lights out from the beginning of that game.
Anderson set. Here's the 1-1 pitch in the dirt for a ball. Byron Buckley, pretty effective game on Tuesday in that 7-6 loss to the Falcons. Was 2 for 4 in that game. And there's a chopper, but hit right to JQ. He'll flip over to Crosby at first, and the first out retired. So now Samuel Nieves coming up, and Nieves typically starts at second base. But head coach Francisco Zapata switching him over to shortstop and putting Di Girolamo in at second base. And Tyler Strawn, who usually starts at short, will be at third base today. So Samuel Nieves stepping in. First pitch over for a strike, and when Anderson is getting ahead in the count, he is so difficult. Took a little off that one, looked like a breaking ball, and over for strike 2.
He's got a good changeup, good breaking stuff, but his fastball is really overpowering. That's everything's set up off that fastball, and he can get people out with just that. He can't catch up to it.
Next pitch away, so that'll even the count at 2-2.
Nieves is having a good season though, hitting .284 on the season. He's got an 8-game hit streak going. Try and finish that out season with 9.
That one gets by Brasher all the way to the backstop, and Nieves had a couple hits, I believe, in the game on Tuesday. It was really the top of the lineup that did the damage for the Laney Eagles. Get a chance to see Todd Burgos. He's the on-deck hitter. Best hitter in the Bay Valley Conference. That one ripped right. It actually hit Anderson, but no chance for anyone to get to the ball, and Nieves is going to have an infield hit. It looked like if it was off the thigh of Ryan Anderson.
Yeah, it didn't look like he hit it all that hard, though.
Well, that's probably good for Anderson.
I think Anderson wasn't even sure if he got hit or not.
So an infield single off the pitcher Anderson, and now steps in Todd Burgos.
Batting average leader in Bay Valley Conference.
That pitch just misses the outside corner for a ball.
Burgos hitting a robust .427. Getting a hit almost half his at-bats.
Throw over, not in time. Nieves gets back. Yeah, Burgos on Tuesday against the Falcons, 2 for 4. Had a big double, drove in 3 runs. Falcons were down 6-4 in that game, came back to win it 7-6. Next pitch. Again, just misses the outside corner, so you see what Anderson's trying to do. He's just trying to pitch Burgos away, trying to get that outside corner, but so far not getting the call from home plate umpire Bill Shortridge. So the count 2-0. Anderson with the pitch. Again, same location. Kind of takes a long look at Shortridge there, getting a little frustrated. He'd really like to be able to have that outside corner, especially against the top hitter in the Bay Valley Conference, Todd Burgos.
You got to imagine that even Burgos is going to be able to hit that outside pitch if you throw it to him enough.
Anderson that time gets it in, outside corner, strike.
Burgos only has 2 games this season where he hasn't had a hit. That's incredible.
And boy, you look at this kid, he looks like a ball player, 6'2", 190-pounder, and just a freshman out of Vicente Martinez High School. That one fouled back.
How's he going to get better next year? Maybe hit for a little more power?
Yeah, that would be the only thing when you really look at his numbers. He's got 10 doubles, 2 triples, 23 runs batted in, so maybe a couple jacks, add that to your repertoire. But boy, this kid is already one of the top players in all of California. And next one, and this one is lifted to left field, slicing foul. Edgar Barr over there giving it a look. A freshman left fielder, Tucker Bishop at third for the Falcons. 2 freshmen who've had outstanding first seasons for the Falcons, along with David Fernandez, the shortstop. Jordan Tolbert in center, Zach Wells in right. You got JQ at second, Crosby at first, Aaron Brasher, the Iron Man, behind the plate. All right, Anderson ready, checks the runner. Here's the pitch, and this one's drilled to right field. Wells going back. He's going back, and that one over the wall. We were just talking about the one thing Burgos could improve on. That was a home run, and he drives one over the right field wall against Ryan Anderson, just like that. Laney on top of the Falcons, 2-0. That time Anderson came after him, but just left the ball up in the zone, and Burgos, the left-handed hitter, just drove that thing over the wall in right field. Wind also blowing out to right as well.
But I think he got a hold of that one. If it wasn't wind dated, it was still going to hit off the top of the wall at least. That was just a drive. Now you get why they were trying to stay away from him.
So now Kenny Chavez up, and this is a guy you expect to hit home runs. He's got 6 on the season.
Leader in the conference.
And hit 1 off Mike Duman on Tuesday. Next pitch by Anderson. Fastball, slice foul. Crosby gives it a look. Boy, and talk about Mike Duman on Tuesday. Came in relief of Anthony Pizzola. Gave up a home run to Chavez, but that was about it.
Pitched a strong game.
Shut down Laney, allowed the Falcons to come back and win that 7-6. Swing and a miss by Chavez.
Chavez only hitting .252, but he hits for power. He's 3rd in the league in isolated power. He just goes up and he just takes big rips at the ball.
So Anderson back pitching from the windup. Next pitch. Just misses away on that one. Little low too. Anderson set, and here's a 2-2 pitch, and that one in the dirt gets by Brasher.
Really trying to go down and away here to Chavez. Keep him from getting under the ball, getting it into that jet stream.
All right, Chavez set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Ryan Anderson gets the strikeout, 2 outs, and now coming up to the plate, number 11, Tyler Strong.
Now batting third baseman, Tyler Strong.
I guess we could talk about Anderson's strikeouts. He's 2nd in the league in strikeouts. Coming into this game, he only needed 3 to take the lead, so he's 2 away now.
Has 69 strikeouts now on the season, far surpassing his total from last year. Anderson had 54 strikeouts last year. First pitch, ball, Tyler Strong. Another left-handed hitter facing the righty Ryan. And this one is popped into foul territory. And Bishop's going over and couldn't quite come up with the play there. So good hustle by the freshman out of Benicia. And boy, Tucker Bishop had a big hit in that game against Laney. Drove in 2 runs with the double and gave the Falcons the lead for good in that one, 7-6. Falcons this year, good combination of sophomores and freshmen. Boy, Anderson took a little off that one, just misses the outside part of the plate. And Bill Shortridge, the home plate umpire, tends to have a smaller strike zone. And that was a chopper hit over Anderson's head, past JQ into center field. And boy, Tyler Strong stumbling over the bag at first. So 2 hits against Anderson, actually 3 if you count that infield hit off Anderson's leg by Samuel Nieves, who came around to score on the big jack by Todd Burgos. So runner on first with 2 outs. Jacob Schober, the left fielder, now steps in, right-handed hitter. Schober, number 18, one of the few sophomores on this Laney team. Played his high school ball at Dublin, and I think they're taking some time to kind of either check out Tyler Strong or might be a problem with the infield there, because Tyler Strong on his way down the first base bag looked like he tripped and just went crumbling to the ground right before he hit the bag. And so Kyle Stafford, one of the bullpen pitchers out there, got his little bucket of dirt. Do a little handiwork, get that field in.
Just fixing the divot.
So I was watching the ball as it bounced out to center field and then glanced over and saw number 11 go down in a heap.
Guess now's not the right time to bring up. I was practicing my chipping down the first baseline earlier before the game.
And so Stafford filling in the dirt. I think that's Fortney out there with the broom. And that's the thing you don't realize about community college baseball. It's not like you have a grounds crew to take care of the field. I mean, really, that's up to the coach and the players. And You'll see this after every game here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium.
And sometimes you make mistakes, need to go back out a second time with the broom, huh?
Well, the field umpire, Jeff Dunmore, over there like he's working a road crew.
Hey, you can't say these guys haven't earned their playing time.
But as I was saying, you'll see the players, you know, they'll spend a good 20 minutes after each game taking care of the infield, making sure everything's set up, and then they're working on the infield and outfield a good 2 hours before the start of each game.
That's when I would conveniently have a dentist appointment.
You do that with Coach Stover, probably not going to be playing long for the Falcons. All right, so it looks like we've got the infield set over there by first base, ready to go. And Jacob Schober with 2 outs steps in to face Ryan Anderson. Here's a first pitch, fouled out of play.
Laney leads the league in batting average, and Schober's a good reason for that, hitting .342 along with Todd Burgos. They got some guys that can hit, lead the league in hits.
And really, when you look at this Laney club, they really struggled first half of the season. But boy, the last half, they reeled off 11 games in a row. Next pitch, and catches the outside corner. Good pitch by Anderson. Solano broke that 11-game winning streak on Tuesday. And so now these two teams tied for second, both with 15 and 8 conference records. Here's the next pitch by Anderson in the dirt. Brasher, good job keeping that in front of him. Prevents Strawn from scampering down to second. And huge game today. The winner takes second place in the Bay Valley Conference, and along with it, an automatic bid into the NorCal postseason playoffs. Anderson set. Here's the next pitch. Took something off that. Swing and a miss, or might have caught that and fouled it. Either way, still a strike. Count 1 and 2. 2 outs here.
Either way, he was way out in front of it, and he was fooled.
And like you said earlier, Zach, it's that fastball that really sets up the off-speed stuff, and why Schober was so far out in front of that off-speed pitch by Anderson. Nice movement on the pitch as well. So here's the 1-2 pitch with 2 outs, outside for a ball. That'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Game just underway, top of the first, but Laney already on top, 2-0 via the big 2-run jack by Todd Burgos. And boy, that's what you want to do in these tough games. You want to get out, get a lead, and help your pitcher to relax a bit. That one fouled. Crosby going over, but that'll drift out of play. And Julian Kelly on the mound today. Boy, he's an outstanding pitcher out of Valley Christian. 213 earned run average, 5-1 on the season. It'll be his 8th start today, and left-hander as well. All right, Anderson set, out of the stretch. Here's the pitch, just outside for a ball. So the count now 3-2.
Yeah, Kelly also 4th in the conference in strikeouts, and I would say we could see a lot of Ks in this game, but both these lineups don't strike out a lot.
Well, Anderson like a K. Now there goes the runner, and it's going to be a walk. So Anderson throwing a lot of pitches here in the first inning.
Well, aside from that little changeup he threw down the middle, everything was outside.
Robert Moncho.
And really, he's just getting used to Shortridge's strike zone right now. You could see that in that at-bat where he was pitching against Burgos. He was trying to work him outside, but not getting the calls. Got behind in the count, had to come in inside over the plate, and Burgos just ripped it over the right field wall. That pitch away. Robert Monchak, designated hitter, steps in to face Anderson for the first time here, top of the first. Runners on first and second, so Laney not done here. Still trying to add to their 2-0 lead. That one fouled out of play.
Well, I think you have to not be afraid to hit a batter. I mean, pitching away is good, but you need to buzz one in there every once in a while, get them off balance.
Yeah, especially with the heater by Anderson. That's got some velocity. Usually clocks anywhere between 84, 87 on the gun. Nice breaking ball over for a strike. Throw downs. Oh, boy, what a throw by Brasher. I thought Crosby got the tag down in time.
On another day, we might have instant replay, and I think we'd have visual confirmation of that out.
So Schober probably just got his hand in under the tag, at least according to Jeff Dunbar, the home plate umpire.
Boy, but nice heads-up veteran play by Brasher. Caught him way off of first base.
All right, here's a 1-2 pitch. That one ripped to the shortstop. Fernandez goes right through his glove into left field. That's going to get a run home, so not the start you'd like to see for the Falcons. Another run home. And Laney now up 3-0 on the air by Fernandez. And boy, Zach, he has been playing so well at shortstop recently. About halfway through the season, he had 9 errors, but I think only 3 since the Mendocino game on March 21st.
No, he's been playing great defense recently, and that's
a costly one.
Yeah.
That's one that gets you out of the inning, gets your pitcher in the dugout, but instead leads to another run.
And he really did look too nonchalant on that play. He just kind of sat there, waited for it, and then I don't know if he just came up too soon or what, but...
And now you got runners on the corners with Jacob Schober, and boy, Anderson's thinking, gosh, if we could have just got that call at first, I'd be in the dugout, but that's what you got to do. You got to play through the adversity, and Anderson is a kid that doesn't get rattled. Very focused, very determined. He's just going to keep throwing strikes.
Really just an unlucky inning thus far, aside from the home run. You got the ground ball up the middle that JQ was half a foot from getting. Ground ball to Fernandez. Slow one up the middle off of him. Really the only hard hit ball was Burgos' home run.
So Daniel DiGirolamo steps in now, takes the first pitch for a strike, and this one be fouled out of play. So DiGirolamo now down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Anderson still trying to find that elusive third out. He's faced 8 batters here, top of the first. Anderson checks the runner at first. Next pitch, Brasher fakes the throw. Runner gets back. Monchak, a big kid, 6'4", 245. Probably not all that fast, but he looks pretty athletic. Schober, of course, 90 feet away, standing at third. And DiGirolamo at the plate. Here's the pitch. And this one is popped up. Bishop giving it a look, calling for it, and can't come up with the play.
Same place as last time.
Yeah, that's been 2 over there for Tucker Bishop.
There must be some manhole down there that we don't know about that he's scared of.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of the ball not hit quite high enough for him to get over there, get under it. And we're kind of blocked from our vantage point by the Solano dugout. So the count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out here. Top of the first. That one outside and low. So that'll even the count at 2-2. Anderson looked like he was just going away, trying to see if he could get DiGirolamo to go fishing on that. All right, here's a 2-2 pitch. Anderson ready. Outside corner, ring him up, strike 3 calls. So DiGirolamo goes down looking, but not before the Laney Eagles put 3 on the board against the Falcons at the end of a half inning of play. Laney up over the Falcons 3-0. Leading things off for the Falcons, number 2, the shortstop, David Fernandez. He'll be followed by Tucker Bishop and then Alex Crosby as the Falcons come up for the first time against Julian Kelly, already down by 3 runs.
You know Fernandez is going to be looking to make up for that error in the top of the inning.
First pitch by Kelly, over for a strike. And Kelly, an effective left-handed pitcher. As we mentioned before, 213 earned run average, 5 wins, only 1 loss on the season. Next pitch, and that's drilled but fouled just by Bobby Campo, first base coach for the Falcons. So Fernandez down quickly in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Boy, Fernandez, outstanding freshman year, hitting .333 coming into the last game in the regular season. Has 43 hits in his freshman campaign. He scored 29 runs, has 12 runs batted in, .409 on base percentage. Not bad for your leadoff hitter. That pitch by Kelly high and away for a ball. Count 1-2.
Well, yeah, and he's reached base safely in 12 straight games.
Julian Kelly set, and here's the 1-2 pitch just outside for a ball.
Yeah, Fernandez is a table setter, and that's exactly what you want from your leadoff spot. And he's speedy. Got 3 stolen bases the other day.
Yeah, excellent speed on the base pass. Oh, breaking ball just missed. Just missed on that one, Julian Kelly. He's got some nasty breaking stuff. All right, Fernandez digs in, wiggling the bat, ready. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. That time Kelly went for the outside corner, and Fernandez couldn't hang back, swings and misses. Strikeout for Kelly, 1 out, and now Tucker Bishop, the hero of Tuesday's game, along with Mike Newman, coming up to the plate. Tucker Bishop, the diminutive third baseman, the freshman out of Benicia. First pitch by Kelly, outside for a ball.
And he's played great defense over there at third base all year, but it seems like the last couple weeks his offense has really ticked up a bit.
Next pitch, low for a ball. Yeah, Bishop started off hitting really well, non-conference play, tailed off a little bit with the advent of the Bay Valley Conference competition, but boy, the last 15 games he's really picked it up offensively. That went high. So Bishop just trying to work the count, trying to get on board. And Bishop, most of the season hitting in the 5-hole, but last couple games he's moved up into the 2-hole. That one outside corner, nice pitch by Kelly. With the 3-0 count, gets the strike, count now 3-1. Next pitch by Kelly, fouled back, so Bishop, who was up in the count 3-0, now the count is full. Tucker Bishop, right-handed hitter, facing the left-handed pitching Julian Kelly. And Kelly, just a freshman out of Valley Christian High School. Here's the 3-2 pitch, outside for a ball. So first base runner on board for the Falcons in the person of Tucker Bishop here in the bottom of the first. And now the hitman, Alex Crosby, strolls to the plate.
First baseman, number 22.
Crosby, the left-handed hitter. And he struggled against Julian Kelly the last time these two teams played.
Well, yeah, this matchup doesn't bode well for Solano. Julian Kelly, the lefty, and two of Solano's better hitters, Nick Spini and Alex Crosby, both lefties as well.
Goes with the breaking ball that time, just a little bit high for a ball. Crosby 0 for 4 in that last game against Laney here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Next pitch, and he rips this one, but second baseman comes up and makes the catch. Throws over, doubles up Bishop, so double play for Laney just like that. First inning over. Falcons get a runner on with the 1-out walk, but can't capitalize at the end of 1 inning of play. Eagles up over the Falcons 3-0. Well, you hear the tunes of Black Sabbath, Aaron Brasher's song, Iron Man, behind the plate as the Falcons head into the top of the second inning. Laney up to bat, and Lamar Blanson, the number 9 hitter, leading things off here for the Eagles. First pitch by Anderson, outside corner for a strike. Count 0-1.
Blanson hitting .239 on the season.
Next pitch, again catches the outside corner, so 2 nice pitches by Anderson. Blanson kind of shaking his head like, what's going on? Quickly down 0-2 in the count. Next pitch, that's high for a ball. And Anderson works quickly, like all the Solano pitchers. In fact, talking to pitching coach Dustin Crenshaw the other day, they like to work fast, throw strikes. That one a little dribbler. Bishop coming in, a tough play, and can't get the leather on it. Boy, that just took a nasty hop, and he was kind of caught in no man's land. Didn't want to really wait for it to hit, charges it, but can't field it cleanly. And so another infield hit for the Laney Eagles.
Yep, that's not an error. I'm giving him a hit.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a tough chance for Bishop, and that you just have to make that split decision. Am I going to charge or wait for it to hit? And Blanson runs really well. I think if he stays back, tries to let it hit, make the throw, probably not going to get the speedy Blanson. Throw over by Anderson, and that gets by Crosby. And Blanson scampers down to second.
I was going to say, you got to watch Blanson. He hasn't played in a whole lot of games, only 40 at-bats, but he has 4 stolen bases.
Yeah, and just recently he's kind of worked his way into the starting lineup. And so, boy, things just not going the Falcons' way early in this game. They've got to hang in there, fight through the adversity. Community college baseball, anything can happen, long way to go. Next pitch by Anderson. This one is hit to center field. Tolbert going back, long way to go, and it's over his head. That one's off the wall. Ibarra, he's going to grab it, throw it in, but Blanson's going to come in easily, and it almost looked like Buckley pulled a hamstring or something, and he was chugging into third and almost stopped, still able to dive in, but I think that's going to be it. It almost looked like someone shot him in the leg. He just kind of stopped, and I'm going to guess that's a hamstring pull, and that thing's just going to get more painful. So another big hit off Ryan Anderson. Everything going the way of the Laney Eagles, and another run on the board. So Eagles building their lead up 4-0, and we're just in the top of the second. So Buckley with the triple RBI. Samuel Nieves at the plate, takes the first pitch over for a strike. So Laney capitalizes on that little infield hit by Blanson, get him home. Next pitch low for a ball. Nieves had that shot off of Anderson's leg back in the first. Ended up coming home on Burgos's big home run. Next pitch low, that's a chopper, foul territory. You see Bishop over there trying to make a play, but foul ball.
Well, Solano's the team that's first in slugging percentage, but we're starting to see some deep, hard-hit balls by this Laney team.
Yeah, they're kind of scratching out some hits, and when they do, they capitalize and come up with the big hits and get runners across. That pitch outside. Anderson just has to keep his focus, keep throwing strikes, pound the strike zone.
Well, there is a reason Laney is first in runs scored. They know how to produce with runners on base.
That one, a little dribbler. JQ goes up, throws up his glove. Look what I got, and makes the catch. And Buckley, he was halfway home. Didn't think JQ was going to get that one. Has to scamper back to not get thrown out. So nice play by Justin Quillerton over at second base. Comes up with the acrobatic snag. That'll be the first out here. And so finally a break for the Falcons. And if Buckley wouldn't have run home, I think he might have a chance to score, although not sure about his hamstring. So now Burgos at the plate. First pitch by Anderson, inside low for a ball. So once again, Burgos up with runners in scoring position. Not what you want if you're the Falcons. That pitch, it's ripped. This might be another jack. Wells going back. That one off the top of the wall. Wells is going to play it. Burgos is going to round second, and he'll stay there with the stand-up double. So Burgos, man, killing the Falcons already, and we're just in the second inning. That's another RBI for Burgos. That's 3 in this game. Add that with the 3 had in Tuesday's game. That's 6 RBIs for the freshman in these 2 games against the Falcons.
Yeah, there's a couple of center fielders in this conference that just give Solano trouble. Burgos, Anthony Carlton, both two of the more elite players in the conference.
Yeah, some good pitchers and some good center fielders in the Bay Valley Conference. So now Kenny Chavez steps in, and this one catches the inside corner for a strike. So Burgos at second. Another run batted in. And the score 5-0. This one hit a shot by Bishop. He grabs it, long throw, and gets him throw back. Boy, Bishop, a great play. That one almost sailed past him. Fernandez there backing him up, but excellent play by Tucker Bishop. So both outs in this inning. Falcons have had to work for those. Sensational play by JQ, the second baseman, and a dandy of a play with a leather by the little third baseman, Tucker Bishop.
Yeah, Bishop did everything right in that play. He even looked Burgos back to second, but the speed of Burgos went back and still made it to third.
All right. Tyler Strawn up, takes the first pitch, catches the inside corner for a strike. So 5-0 Laney. That pitch outside for a ball. And boy, you just don't want to give Julian Kelly any more runs to work with already. One of the top pitchers in the Bay Valley Conference. Falcons now really have their work cut out. That one fouled into the Laney dugout. Thought it might be a little cooler today. Wind really picked up yesterday, cooled things down. That pitch fouled out of play. But you got a nice breeze, and boy, the wind is just blowing directly out towards center field. And you really saw that on that ball hit by Burgos. It just carried over Jordan Tolbert's head. And Tolbert, he's got excellent speed out in center field. Couldn't track that one down. That breaking pitch looked like it got away from Anderson, way outside and high. So the count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, second inning.
I do believe you mean Buckley's hit out to center field. Burgos's were both way over Wells's head.
That's right. So a swing, and the ball gets by Brasher, but throws out. Strawn give Anderson his third strikeout, but in between, Laney has put up another 2 runs here at the end of 2 innings of play. Laney up, end of 1.5 innings of play. Laney up over the Falcons, 5-0. All right, we're ready to go here in the bottom of the second. Falcons down by 5. Still a long ways to go in this one, folks, and Zach Wells will lead things off for the Falcons. He'll be followed by Nick Speeney and then Justin Quilliton, the second baseman. Wells ready, first pitch by Kelly, outside corner for a strike. And boy, once he finds that outside corner, he's going to be trouble, even for the right-handed batters. Kelly set, next pitch, a little bit too far outside, trying to work that corner again, but doesn't get the call, count 1-1.
Well, Wells can hit that fastball outside. He can carry that into the right center corner.
Ooh, breaking ball, nasty. They're going to say went around. Wells tried to check his swing, but couldn't. And so the count now 1-2. What an outstanding player Zach Wells has been for the Falcons the last 2 years. That one high. Wells goes and gets it. Tomahawks it into center field, but Burgos there flips down the shades and retires. Wells makes the catch. First out here, bottom of the second. Now coming up to the plate, Nick Speeney. That last pitch by Kelly clearly out of the strike zone, and those high fastballs hard to hit, and Wells just tomahawked it, but
he did everything he could to make contact with it, and he drove it well.
But Burgos there makes the first out, and here's the first pitch to Speeney, high and tight for a ball. Nick Speeney, solid sophomore season for the kid out of Armio,
and really just come alive in the second half.
Next pitch by Kelly, inside.
He's been a monster at the plate.
So the count 2-0, and remember, it was Nick Speeney who got it all started in the bottom of the ninth the last time these teams played. And that one, it might drop, but oh, what a diving catch by the shortstop. Outstanding play by Samuel Nieves. We're seeing some nice infield plays by the infield in both squads today.
Number 7, Justin Quillitan.
So that'll be 2 outs here.
Well, really, yet to see any good contact off of Kelly.
So JQ steps in. That one catches the outside corner. Count 0-1. JQ had a nice game on Tuesday. And that one's a chopper. It's going to be a tough chance for the third baseman, but he's able to get it before it hits and makes the throw. Made that one look easy. Tyler Strawn at third base. So 3 up, 3 down. Kelly working quickly at the end of 2 innings of play. Laney up over the Falcons 5-0.
And here we go for the top of the 3rd inning.
Now
up for
left fielder, Jacob Schober.
Up for the Eagles, number 18, Jacob Schober, in to face Ryan Anderson in for his 3rd inning of work. After giving up 5 runs in the first 2 innings, I'm sure Anderson's looking to shut down the Eagles for the rest of this game.
Yeah, you got to get some momentum on the offensive side, and that means getting your offense
and this
back
one's
into
hit
the game.
right to the third baseman, Bishop, over to Crosby, and a jumping catch, and he's going to get that first out. So that's 1 away for the Falcons here.
Good reflexes there by Bishop
Now batting
on the
the
backhand.
DH, Robert Monchuk.
Amazing catch, and Crosby as well with leaping off the bag, dragging it down and getting his foot down in time to get the runner out at first. So that's going to bring up Robert Monchuk, number 33, the designated hitter, as Anderson delivers ball 1.
Oh, and in on the mic now, play-by-play, Shamari Block.
Thank you, Zach. Anderson delivers ball 2, low, little outside. Falls behind Monchuk 2-0. Monchuk settles in. Anderson with the pitch, and he fouls this one for strike 1. That'll make the count 2-1.
Yeah, Monchuk reached in the first inning on the air. David Fernandez. Really just a routine ground ball to shortstop.
As Anderson delivers ball 3 to Monchuk, that makes count 3-1 here. 1 away for the Falcons facing the Eagles, trailing 5-0 here. And this one is hit past the third baseman Bishop into right field. Ibarra goes and gets it as Monchuk rounds second, and he's going to be in there for a stand-up double. And Anderson is in trouble again this inning after giving up 3 runs in the first and 2 in the second, and finds his Falcons trailing 5-0. And that's going to bring up number 8, Daniel DiGirolamo, the second baseman for the Eagles.
Yeah, Anderson's really no mystery to the Eagles today. I mean, they've gotten some kind of lucky breaks their way, but they are all hitting the ball really hard against him.
And this one is hit down the left field line and way out of play. That's going to be strike 1, make the count 0-1 here for DiGirolamo, facing big Ryan Anderson on the mound, having himself a rough day so far in his first 2 1/3 innings of work. Anderson looking at it, Brasher gets his pitch, and he gets this one in there for a strike. So strike 2, Anderson ahead of DiGirolamo. 0-2 in the count with 1 away here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Anderson struck out DiGirolamo to end the first inning. That nightmare of a first inning.
And Anderson, a strikeout pitcher, second in the Bay Valley Conference in strikeouts, coming in today with 68. And that is his game, Zach, right?
Yeah, and actually, since this game has gone on, he's now first in the league in strikeouts.
Okay, well, there you have it. Moving on up, like George and Wheezy. 1-2 pitch, and that one's going to be called a ball low and outside to make the count 2-2 for Anderson facing DiGirolamo. Anderson looking to have a quick inning, I'm sure, after struggling mightily through the first 2, but making it. Anderson looks at Brasher, gets the pitch, and this one fouled back hard into the backstop. That'll keep the count at 2-2. 1 away here as Brasher gets the signals. Anderson looks in at Brasher, gets a pitch, And here he goes, and that one was way outside. Monchak rushing back to second base after taking a pretty hefty lead and kind of going as Anderson was in his throwing motion. Count 3-2 here, 1 away. DiGirolamo fouls this one, another one back. That'll leave the count at 3-2.
Yeah, can't get cute here if you're Anderson. You got to come in and challenge. Cannot put on any more base runners for the rest of this lineup that's all hitting well.
And walks have killed Anderson so far. 2 of the runs that have come in today have got on base by way of walking as he hits this one to the second baseman, Justin Quiliton. Quiliton over to Crosby, and that's
not in time.
Not in time. So that is a single for DiGirolamo. Monchak over to third base, and with runners at the corners, number 5, Lamar Blanson, the right fielder, is going to come on up and try to extend this hefty Eagles lead that they have over the Falcons right now. 5-0 they lead with runners at the corners, and Lamar Blanson coming up to face big Ryan Anderson here with only 1 away in the top of the third. Anderson working quickly, and a swing and a miss for Blanson for strike 1. Leaves the count at 0-1, 1 away here. Falcons trailing the Eagles 5-0. Blanson hit a single and scored just 1 inning ago as he fouls this one way high on the first base side. Way high out of play into the creek here behind Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium in Fairfield, California. And the count stands at 0-2. Anderson ahead of Blanson, looking, I'm sure, for the strikeout as he delivers the pitch, and this one is hit. Oh, it passed the first base line, and gosh, and there goes Monchak in for a run.
Things are just not going Solano's way. That a slow chopper, but bounced up over the head of Alex Crosby.
And Blanson with the RBI single, and that's going to bring us back to the top of the Eagles order. Number 15, Byron Buckley, due up.
And if you're Solano, you just want to go back to bed and wake up on the other side.
Yes, and is this it for big Ryan Anderson here, who has struggled through 2 1/3, and he hands the ball over.
Wow.
And he is done today with 2 1/3 innings of work and 5 runs in. 6 runs in. I am sorry, 6 runs in. Gosh.
I know. I can't believe it either.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to forget that last one. That was rough. The ball gets passed right in between Quiliton and Crosby, the first baseman and the second baseman. Well hit, but you just have to wonder why there have been so many well hit balls so far for the Eagles facing Ryan Anderson. And that is going to bring in number 37, Kyle Stafford, to replace Anderson. And he's going to get the ball in a rough situation here. Stafford throwing his warm-up pitches. Brasher warming him up. And Jay-Z playing in the background, and very, very appropriate because that's what the Falcons need to do right now, is just brush off these first 2 1/3 innings and focus on the rest of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough from here on out. Julian Kelly's such a good pitcher, and with a comfortable lead like this, he's not going to be nibbling, he's not going to be walking guys, he's just going to be attacking batters, and he has the stuff to do that. And it's gonna be hard to scrape at least 6 runs against him.
But if you are the Falcons, you have the confidence that so far this season,
very good.
You have not been beat by the Laney Eagles, and they've had 2 of those wins have come from behind victories, including Tuesday's game where they came back to score 3 in the 6th. To take a 1-run lead, which they never relinquished.
So what are we saying? Are we saying they dominate Laney, or are we saying they're due for a loss?
37.
It could be either or. I guess we're going to find out here in the next 6 2/3. So that brings us to the top of the order. Number 15, Byron Buckley, the first baseman up. And he has been up every inning so far for the Eagles, who lead the Falcons 6-0. And the pitcher from Stafford is going to get in there for strike one to make the count 0-1 with only one away and runners at first and second. And that is DeGirolamo and Blanson. DeGirolamo at second, Blanson at first. Crosby playing off the line, not necessarily holding him on. Second baseman Quilliton playing straight away, not holding DeGirolamo on. Stafford gets that in there. Oh, doesn't get that in there. Throws that for a ball to make the count 1-1. One away.
Stafford comes into the game with a 6.23 ERA.
Stafford, and this one is fouled back right at us here behind home plate in the Solano College Sports Network broadcast booth, we'll call it. It's a booth, right? It's boothy.
Sure.
Totally.
We'll say boothy.
And that's going to be 1-2.
Stafford hasn't pitched a lot this season, only 4 1/3, but he has given up 8 hits and 4 walks in those 4 innings.
And with the small sample size, as he delivers this one which is fouled way out of play, third base side. The one thing you can look at is that you don't have a huge sample size, so this over 6 ERA may not be representative of what he can do.
Well, the nice thing about JUCO baseball is such a short season when compared to regular baseball. You can always say it's small sample size.
As this one gets past, oh, Fernandez gets this one, doesn't make a throw. Everybody is safe, and that is another single.
And just
for the Eagles.
Another tough break.
And that is going to load the bases. Tough break, yes. You were saying?
Yeah, if that ball's another 2 feet to the right, Fernandez probably has enough time to make the throw to first, but he had to range so far over to his right into the hole that, I mean, really, he had no play at all.
Difficult play as Nieves comes up to face Stafford.
But at least he kept the ball in the infield, you know, kept DeGirolamo at third, kept him from scoring. Because you cannot give up any more runs.
Because if he doesn't make that play, then DeGirolamo walks into home plate. Stafford delivers the first pitch strike to make the count 0-1 here. Still only one out, the only out recorded by Ryan Anderson before giving up the ball here in the top of the third inning. Stafford working quickly with the pitch, and that one's going to be called ball one. And the count's going to be 1-1 here for Stafford, facing Nieves.
I think he's going to ground into a double play. He's going to ground to JQ.
Well, I'm sure Falcons fans are hoping that, as Stafford delivers low and outside for ball 2. Count now stands at 2-1. Very important game for both teams, as playoff implications are involved, not just who gets in, as Stafford delivers ball 3, count 3-1, but also seeding is going to factor in also as well.
Yep, and if you lose here, you might not be in. I mean, there's a chance, but you got to wait for other teams to play some of their games.
And this one is hit into left center field. Tolbert and Ibarra, and this one bounces off the wall. Tolbert makes the throw in, and 1 run scores, 2 run scores, and that is 3 in for the Eagles, and a 9-0 lead over the Falcons here, and still only 1 away. And Nieves at second base with a 2 RBI double, and an 8-0 lead. I stand corrected.
Well, this game is quickly getting away from Solano.
As number 41, Todd Burgos, the center fielder, comes in to face Stafford, who has just given up a 2 RBI double. Stafford delivers a pitch for ball 1, count 1-0. And what do you just do, Zach, if you are the Falcons? So far, your pitching has let you down. Stafford delivers that one for strike 1. The count's 1-1.
Well, if nobody reaches base next inning and Kelly goes 3 up, 3 down, I put in all freshmen and see what I got going next year.
That is true. You can always, or for the playoffs, possibly, as Burgos swings and misses at that one for strike 2. Count stands at 1-2 still. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning, and a commanding 8-0 lead by the Eagles over the Falcons. And here comes a pitch, swing and miss, strike 3, so that's a strikeout. And finally, a 2nd out for the Falcons.
Catcher, Kenny Chavez.
And up comes Kenny Chavez, the Bay Valley Conference home run leader, the slugger, up to face Stafford.
Hasn't gotten a hit yet in this game, though, and I'd love to see him keep not getting a hit.
Chavez.
And yes, I am being very biased right now.
Chavez steps out of the plate, takes a mighty swing there. The slugger. I'm sure he'd like to send one over the wall, which is not easy to do here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Stafford delivers a strike, a nice curveball that dipped down into the strike zone and makes the count 1-1 as center field plays at 400 feet and right and left center at 370. So you hit a home run out of here. You did not hit a cheap one. And this one is hit in the left field. Ibarra giving chase, and that one's going to be foul, and that's going to make the count 1-2 for Stafford facing Chavez here, this big slugger for the Eagles, with his Eagles leading 8-0 here in the top of the 3rd, and only 2 2/3 of an inning played, and many runs have scored as the Solano pitching and to a certain degree Zach defense not up to par against Laney today.
Ooh.
And that one good, a ball.
Good
close. Breaking
ball there. That's exactly what you want to throw in a 1-2 count. 66 miles an hour, real slow curveball there.
That's going to leave the count at 2-2. Stafford looks at Nebraska, gets the pitch, and here it comes, and this one is hit high in the left center field. Tolbert and Ibarra giving chase. They cannot make the catch. Another run comes in for the Eagles, and Chavez is working towards 3 as a throw over to Bishop, and Chavez is going to be safe with the RBI triple to extend the Eagles' lead to 9-0 here. Was that
10-0 lead?
Oh gosh, that was, I almost wanted to forget that there was another runner on base. 10-0 lead.
At this point, just stop bringing up the lead. It's painful.
Tyler Strong.
And a 2 RBI triple for Chavez, the big slugger for the Eagles. So we have 2 outs. We have Chavez at 3rd base, and up comes number 11, Tyler Strong, the 3rd baseman, as he takes ball 1 and goes up 1-0 against Stafford here in the top of the 3rd inning. And we are working on a monumental score here by the time we get done with 9, with 10 in less than 3.
Good change up there by Stafford, but that's the problem with throwing that curveball so often. If you leave it hanging, it's just asking to get hit hard.
Strong swung through that one for strike 1 to make the count 1-1, and you're right. If they see it, Strong swinging and missing again for strike 2. Once it's been seen a couple of times, these hitters and these Laney hitters so far have been right on top of it. And Stafford leads Strong 1-2 with Chavez at 3rd base. Bishop over at 3rd, eyeing Chavez.
And they're all hitting for power. I mean, they all ate their Wheaties this morning.
Indeed. So far, we've had a home run, a triple, a double, and a lot of balls flying way to the outfield. And I might add that the wind here in Fairfield is kind of blowing out, as Stafford delivers that one high for ball 2.
Well, usually you like to elevate the fastball, get someone to chase for strike 3, but when it's up above your head, I don't know that you're going to be too tempted to swing at that one.
Stafford delivering that one at 70 miles per hour, working quickly, and this one is hit. And an amazing catch by David Fernandez to finally end this inning with the Eagles leading the Falcons heavily, 10-0. We're going to head to the bottom of the 3rd. third inning here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. And up comes number 3, Edgar Ibarra.
Number 3,
the left fielder.
And who else would you rather have leading off an inning where you need to start scratching away some runs? You can bring up Edgar Ibarra, who's on an 11-game hitting streak.
11-game hitting streak and needing to get it going. This is his first time at bat as he skies this one into shallow center field. And Burgos
that's just not
makes
fair.
the catch. An amazing diving last second just off the top of the blades of the grass catch by Burgos to put Ibarra away.
If this was Little League, I'd have them check his birth certificate.
Indeed.
Catcher, number 21.
And so that's one away from Kelly, who has faced 6 Solano batters and has 6 outs, 7 Solano batters and has 7 outs so far here in the bottom of the third as he delivers. As he delivers that one for ball 1.
Well, folks, here's the good news.
1-0 count for Aaron Brasher.
You're only a touchdown and a field goal away. Or 3 3-pointers and a free throw away. I mean, you're still within range.
Totally. As he gets that one in there for strike 1. Make the count 1-1 for Kelly. Facing Aaron Brasher, the catcher, number 21.
You know, you're a couple water hazards away from getting right back into this.
Kelly pitches, and this one goes foul on the third base side.
Wynn was really playing with that ball.
Buckley over giving chase, along with him Blanson, kind of in the same vicinity. And that's going to make the count 1-2 for Brasher. The wind's playing with a lot of things today, I think. And with the way that it's blowing, I don't know. I mean, we saw 1 home run so far. We could very well see another on that right field side.
Speeney, I'm calling it. Speeney's going yard today.
The 1-2 pitch from Kelly. And a swinging strikeout for Aaron Brasher for out 2 in this inning. And even though the Falcons have not had a single base runner against Kelly, who is dealing, as we go back to number 17, Jordan Tolbert, up for the first time here in the bottom of the third, and 2 away. Kelly working quickly, delivers ball 1 to make the count 1-0 with 2 away, and not a single base runner. Oh, I'm sorry, a single 1 base runner for the Falcons, but it was a double play. So
let's be fair.
8 up, 8
He's
down
not throwing
so
a
far.
perfect game, okay? Just a no-hitter. Just a no-hitter.
Well, you did have we did have the double play in the first that made it 8 Falcons 8 out so far, as Kelly delivers ball 2 to make the count 2-1. Falcons need to get something going here in the third, but they have 2 away so far, and he swings through that one. Jordan Tolbert for strike 2, swings and misses.
Well, you just gotta hope Kelly has a flair for the dramatic and he lets him come back just so he can shut the door later. You know, make it interesting. Have fun.
Kelly delivering that pitch outside to bring it to a full count. Hey, they can always go the Tanya Harding route and maybe catch Kelly in the dugout. I don't know. Is Jeff Gululi, is he out of jail yet? Kelly working quickly, delivers this one, and this one's fouled on the first base side. And that's going to leave the count at 3-2. 2 away. Jordan Tolbert, the Falcons' last hope here in the third inning anyway, to get something going. And they're down to their last strike. And here comes a payoff pitch from Kelly. Kelly delivers, and this one is fouled again, high backwards over the backstop into the creek here that surrounds Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium.
What's with all this last talk from you, man? You act like it's the end of the world after this inning.
Well, it will be the end of the inning.
We got plenty of baseball left.
Last hope this inning, and Tolbert fouls another pitch.
I know you want to be between innings to go get some nachos, but this is going to be a 10-pitch at-bat right here.
Well, let's hope so, because running up the pitch count seems to be the only thing the Falcons can do against Kelly today so far.
Small sample size, 3 innings.
So far, 8 batters and 8 outs. in 2 2/3 innings. And Kelly with the sign from Brasher, and another foul back pitch. 80 miles per hour for Kelly there. Throwing with pretty good velocity. But whatever he's doing, it's keeping these Falcons hitters, off balance. And another foul.
And if you're Tolbert right now, you're thinking, I'm going to see 50 pitches and I'm going to get this guy out of the game.
And hopefully get another pitcher in there who the Falcons can do some damage against. And they need to do a lot of damage, as I hate to remind Falcons fans watching at home that we are currently in a 10-0 ball game. I'm sorry if it hurts, but it is the truth.
What? That's just 2 grand slams and a 2-run shot away.
And that one is low for ball 4. And what do you know? The Falcons have a base runner as they head back to the top of the order. And number 2, shortstop David Fernandez, whose music says it all. All eyes on him.
David Fernandez.
Well, early on, Tolbert's my player of the game. That was the best at bat so far by a Solano Falcon.
Definitely. As Fernandez comes to the plate, with his teammate Tolbert at first base and 2 outs. As Kelly throws over to the first baseman Buckley. Tolbert safe. Kelly with the pitch. And this one's going to be low for ball 1 and bring the count to 1-0 here for David Fernandez. Facing Kelly for the second time. Struck out in his first at-bat. Kelly delivers outside to bring the count to 2-0.
Well, as we were saying earlier, Fernandez has reached safely in 12 straight games. I think this is that bat where he reached safely again.
Hopefully gets
walk, single, anything. Let's juice these bases.
On base, indeed. Kelly with the pitch, and that one is going to get in there for a strike. A low strike, must have been just at the knees. It was definitely very low in the zone, and that's going to bring the count to 2-1. Fernandez, a little leverage here in the count as Kelly delivers. Outside again, that's going to be ball 3.
Should have been ball 4. If we had if we had pitch effects data, this umpire would be getting fined.
But as it stands, the count's 3-1, and Fernandez swings through that one to bring it to a full count. So here we are, 2 outs, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a lead, which I shall not name again, for the Eagles over the Falcons.
2 grand slams and a 2-run shot to nothing.
Very well said. Kelly throws over. Tolbert back to first safely. Tolbert not taking much of a lead, but Kelly feeling the need to get him closer to the bag. Kelly looks in at his catcher Chavez, gets ready for the pitch. And here it is, the payoff pitch. That's going to be strike 3 as David Fernandez strikes out to end this inning, his second strikeout in 2 at-bats. And that's the end of the third, with the Eagles leading the Falcons 10-0 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. We begin the 4th inning here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Up for the Eagles,
left fielder Jacob Schober.
Number 18, Jacob Schober, and he is going to face Kyle Stafford, who gave up a few runs here as the Eagles lead the Falcons 10-0. That one's hit high into left field and right field. Wells setters into that one, makes the catch, throws it in, and that is 1 away.
Well, Schober led off last inning with an out. That's the good news. Bad news, they scored 5 runs in that inning.
And that's how we stand at 10-0 here in the top of the 4th. As number 33, Robert Monchak, the designated hitter, comes up to face Stafford with 1 away. Stafford gets that ever-important first pitch strike to make the count 0-1. 1 away here for the Falcons, who are trailing by 10 points. A lot. And this one's hit to the shortstop Fernandez, throws over to first, and the throw goes wild. way out of there, and
Crosby couldn't pick it.
that's going to get Monchak on there for a single.
Now batting, second baseman.
Boy,
That's
Fernandez
what
looked like Derek
Girolamo.
Jeter there on that play.
Amazing athletic throw. Too bad that Crosby could not quite get a hold of it. It was a tough catch for him to make, and he couldn't quite make it. It's number 8, Daniel DiGirolamo. The second baseman comes up to face Stafford with his teammate Monchak aboard, and a commanding lead for the Eagles. One away here. We're in the 4th inning. Stafford delivers that one low and outside to Monchak, the lefty, and that's going to be 1-0.
Well, so far, I do like what I've seen from Stafford so far. He's got a good breaking ball. Aside from the one he hung to Chavez, he's been pitching well.
As he delivers that one for a strike one. Counts 1-1. Making up for that first pitch ball to even the count. DiGirolamo struck out and singled. And Stafford delivers strike 2. Make the count 1-2. Stafford ahead of DiGirolamo, looking to record out number 2. DiGirolamo looking to get some more offense going for the Eagles. Stafford delivers ball 2. Counts it 2-2. So, if you like offense and you are a Falcons fan, then I have good news and bad news. The good news, 10 runs have scored this game. The bad news, all of them have been scored by the Laney Eagles, as DiGirolamo swings through that one for strike 3, and he's on his way back to the dugout with a strikeout. So that's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
As number 5, Lamar Blanson, the right fielder, comes up to face Stafford with his teammate Robert Monchak at first base.
Good news, folks. We're looking at what could be the first shutout inning for the Falcons today.
And that would be a start, right, Zach?
Shutout inning alert. Whoa.
Crosby holding Monchak on at first. As ball 1's delivered by Stafford, the count 1-0,
Just
2 away.
teasing him with that fastball up at the eyes, 2 feet off the plate.
Stafford with the pitch, and this one is inside to Blanson. That's going to be ball 2. 2-0, falling quickly behind Blanson, who, like
2 singles.
most of the batters here, is on his 3rd at bat here in only the 4th inning. And this one is hit down the third base line, foul for strike 1. Brings the count to 2-1, 2 away.
I think that's Stafford's style. He gets in the hole early, so he has you looking to swing, and then he just drops in that breaking ball and tries to get weak contact.
We'll call it the Joe Montana comeback approach. 2-1, 2 outs, and this one is hit to Justin Quilatan, the second baseman, over first baseman Crosby, and this inning is over. So, as we end the first half of the 4th inning, Solano trails the Eagles 10-0. And here we are for the home half of the 4th inning here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium for this Solano Sports Network broadcast of this Bay Valley Conference matchup. Up comes number 1, Tucker Bishop, to face Kelly,
Tucker Bishop,
who has retired 9 of 10 batters he's faced so far today. Bishop steps into the batter's box, takes strike 1 from Kelly, 80-mile-per-hour heater, more or less, low just at the knees. And that's going to be strike 1 to make the count 0-1 here. And he delivers that one, strike 2, 82 miles per hour for Kelly, who has held these Falcons batters in check so far.
If you're a fan of sexy pitching performances, you're seeing one right now.
As Kelly finally throws his first ball of the home half of the 4th inning to make the count 1-2. Amazing pitching performance. Kelly working quickly, and this one is fouled back over behind home plate, over the backstop, and that's going to leave the count at 1-2.
I believe in something called a broadcaster's jinx, and because of that, I will tell you, he's given up 2 walks, and no other men have reached base in any other way.
And this one's, Bishop hits this one to the center fielder Burgos, who easily makes the catch, and that's going to be 1 away here in the home half of the 4th inning. Fly it out to the center fielder, and that's going to bring up number 22, Alex Crosby, the first baseman. Coming out to local rap legend Mac Dre. Crosby batting from left side of the plate. Takes strike 1 from Kelly, who is ahead of yet another Solano batter, 0-1 early in the count.
Mac Dre, that guy's good. Why hasn't he come out with any new albums?
I don't know. What happened to that guy? Gosh.
I mean, Tupac does it.
That is true. You know what? You know what I'm waiting for? The Mac Dre Tupac collaboration album from Beyond the Grave.
Oh, man.
#1 seller, I guarantee you. Let's make it happen. Somebody, did he? He has enough money to make that happen. As Kelly delivers that one for ball 1. Counts 1 and 2.
I have a feeling half this team would be using tracks from that as their walk-up music.
Oh, totally. You would hear it everywhere. And this one is hit way high into left field shallow. Nieves settles under it, makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 away for the Falcons. As up to the plate comes number 6, Zach Wales, the right fielder, and one of the better hitters
Now batting
for
right
the Falcons
fielder,
team.
number 6, Zach Wells.
Kelly. Giving the Falcons all they can handle and more. As we are close, Kelly swinging and missing as Wells for strike 1. Makes the count 0-1. And Zach, these Falcons hitters have just not figured Kelly out today. As Wells hits this one into right field. Blanson coming up, can't make the catch, and Wells is aboard for a single. And after the first 3 innings, that is amazing.
I'm actually kind of disappointed.
You're disappointed.
I was hoping for the no-hitter, and if it gets broken up, I didn't want it to be on a bloop single.
Hey, I'm just going to say my draw is at the table right now because
I did call for Speeney hitting a home run today, though.
Okay, well, here he is, number 11, Nick Speeney, the designated hitter, and here's his chance, batting from left side of the plate. He fouls this one back right at us here in a Solano Sports Network broadcast booth table kind of configuration thing we have going here. Whatever it is, it's awesome, okay? Just trust me on that.
I thought we decided earlier it was a booth.
It is a booth.
Okay.
Well, we said it was boothish.
It has booth-like qualities.
Totally. As we sit here at 0-1 for Speeney facing Kelly. Kelly delivers a pitch, and Speeney sends this one into left field, and Schober settles under it, makes a catch, and just like that, this inning is over with 1 man stranded, Zach Wales at first base. And the Eagles leading the Falcons 10-0 as we head to the 5th. Go for the top of the 5th inning here at Billy Louise Yarborough Stadium. We have a new pitcher, David Novelli, number 9 in.
Number 9,
for the Falcons. The 3rd pitcher for the day of the Falcons, who gave up 5 runs for Anderson and Stafford to bring us to our current score of 10-0 as Byron Buckley comes in to face Novelli, who gets the first pitch strike on his first pitch of the game to make the count 0-1 here.
Well, here's the numbers on Novelli. In 10 appearances, 7 1/3 innings, he's got a 7.36 ERA.
Well, he gets Buckley to swing through that one to make the count 0-2. So he's far, far ahead of Buckley, who has not. Oh, well, he got out his first time up to bat, but has not been retired in his last 2 at bats. And that one is called a ball. It was close, but Buckley lays off of it, and that's going to make the count 1-2. So Anderson went 2 1/3 and gives up 5. Stafford goes 1 2/3, also gives up 5. Kelly, on the Eagle side of things, has not really barely given up a hit, yet alone a run, And that's how we arrive at this 10-0 score here in the top of the 5th. As Novelli delivers another ball low and a little outside to make the count 3-2. Buckley goes from 0-2 to 3-2 rather quickly, laying off 3 pitches, 3 takes. A couple of them pretty tough, right, Zach? Would you say?
Yeah, I mean they're not far off.
And here we go, the payoff pitch from Novelli, and this one is fouled back on the first base side, not very far. And we find ourselves here in a game with a huge margin between the leading team and the team that's not leading, as Novelli throws ball 3, and that's going to be
ball 4.
Ball 4. That is correct. It takes 4 balls to get on base. You are very correct there. He throws ball 4.
Shortstop, Samuel Nieves.
And puts Buckley on base. Free pass for Buckley. As number 2, Samuel Nieves, the shortstop, comes up with his teammate Buckley on board and nobody out.
You can't be giving away free passes to this Laney team. With as good a hitters as they have, you're just asking for trouble.
Whoa, and Novelli delivers inside. Brasher, the catcher, kind of had to leave his feet and reach in for that, and that's ball 1 to make the count 1-0. The Falcons needing, as Buckley takes a pretty healthy lead and goes back to first base after ball 2 is delivered by Novelli. They need to get out of this inning without any more damage done. Novelli delivers this one. This one is hit high, high, high. Fernandez settling under it, making the catch, and that is 1 away for Novelli, recording his first out of today. And that's going to bring up number 41, Todd Burgos, the center fielder, with his teammate Buckley aboard, who walked early in this inning before Nieves flied out to the shortstop Fernandez.
Well, Burgos has a home run and a double today, and I selfishly want to see him hit for the cycle.
Hey, he's not far away. So, way outside Novelli to make the count 1-0, 1 away, and Buckley at first base. Burgos in the batter's box, looking to do more damage than he has so far today. And this one is hit high, high, high. Fernandez settling under it, shielding his eyes, makes the catch, and that is 2 away on 2 fly ball catches by Fernandez.
Kenny Chavez.
And up comes number 30, Kenny Chavez, the catcher and the slugger for this Laney Eagles team, looking to drive his teammate Buckley in, who's at first base, being held on by Crosby, the first baseman.
Well, some pitchers are strikeout pitchers, some pitchers are ground ball specialists, some pitchers are fly ball pitchers. I'd say Novelli's a infield fly pitcher.
The infamous infield fly, as he delivers ball 1 there to make the count 1-0.
The very fun infield fly. Love to see infielders dancing around, not really sure where the ball's going to drop. Wind blowing here makes it a little interesting.
As Novelli gets that one in there for strike 1, makes the count 1-1, 2 away for the Falcons. Chavez up to bat, facing Novelli for the first time today. This is Novelli's first inning of work, after 10 runs came in between Stafford and big Ryan Anderson combined. As strike 2 is called for Novelli. So that has us in a 1-2 count, 2 away here. The last strike of the inning for the Eagles, and their slugger Chavez ready to take the swing as he skies this one foul. Brasher settling it under it. Oh, and he cannot make the catch. That one drops to the Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium grass, just out of the reach of Brasher. And that's going to make it a 1-2 count with 2 away. Keep the count at 1-2.
Really, Brasher went after that the wrong way. On those pop flies back there, as a catcher, you want to turn around because the ball's gonna drop away from you. So if you turn around, it drops in on you.
Well, he definitely had adequate time to settle under it, even from jumping up from the squat, but he just couldn't. Whatever happened, he just could not quite get it. It dropped inches from his glove, right past it, and hit the grass. So we're here at a 1-2 count. Novelli delivering to Chavez, who hits it right to Fernandez, who goes a second to Quilitan for the out. And this inning, half of the inning, is over. No run score, but the Eagles still leading the Falcons 10-0 as we head to the home half of the 5th inning. And we are back for the home half of the 5th inning here at Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium.
Here in the jungle.
The Falcons trailing the Eagles mightily 10-0 as number 7, Justin Quilitan, the second baseman, comes up.
Second base
face Kelly, the Eagles pitcher who has dominated this Falcons lineup so far for 4 innings. Quilitan batting right-handed. Kelly with the pitch, and this one bounces on home plate for ball 1. It's going to make the count 1-0. Kelly, the lefty. And this one is bounced to the shortstop, Nieves. Slowly roll, throws over to Buckley, and the throw gets there in time for the first out. So when you look at Kelly, Zach, right, he's clearly a good pitcher, but do you think the fact that he's a lefty is having any effect on these Solano hitters?
It just makes him a little more unique. I mean, it does give him an advantage against Crosby and Speeney, 2 of the better Solano hitters. But aside from that, no.
Well, as he delivers ball 1 to Edgar Ibarra, number 3, the left fielder. Well, there's something about Kelly.
He's special.
As Ibarra fouls this one high, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the field here. And that's going to be strike 1 to make the count 1-1, but no out, as Chavez, the catcher, and Buckley, the first baseman, both were in hot pursuit of that high pop-up. There's something about Kelly. That is what we are going to call this today. And cue Cameron Diaz. And yes, that's a something about Mary reference in case you at home weren't keeping score. Yes.
Hold on.
There is something about Kelly today that just has the Solano lineup way off balance.
Why'd you bring up Cameron Diaz?
Something about Mary. There's something about Mary. Cameron Diaz. Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank here.
Ben Stiller?
Ben Stiller, that is correct. Thank you very much. Oh gosh, and Edgar Ibarra into right field for a single there. And what do you know? 1 away, but Solano Falcons have a base runner, something that has been in short supply for the Falcons today against Kelly.
Number 21.
As number 21, Aaron Brasher, the catcher, comes up to face Kelly.
Well, with that,
someone on base.
With that hit, Ibarra now has a 12-game hit streak.
Kelly working quickly with the pitch, and this one is close, but it's going to be called ball 1, and that's going to make the count 1-0 here for Brasher, facing Kelly for the second time today.
This strike zone's starting to get real tight.
And Brasher swings and misses that one for strike 1 to make the count 1-1. Brasher struck out his last time up to bat in the 3rd inning. Kelly working quickly and gets that one in for strike 2. Brasher laying off it. Looks like it may have crept into the strike zone at the last second there. And he falls behind Kelly 1-2. Not something you want to do against Kelly, who today is dealing. And Brasher hits this one high, fly first base side, out of play, out of the yard, foul on the first base side.
And into the creek.
Into the creek. A very nice creek to retire to if you are a baseball. I mean, I know if I was a baseball, I'd like to retire there. Lots of shade, running water, plenty of plants, but you know.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah. But see, they don't like baseball, so I think you'll be okay. The 1-2 pitch. Brasher skies this one high. DiGirolamo settles under it, makes a catch, and that's 2 away. Brasher flying out to the second baseman, DiGirolamo.
Now batting center fielder, number 17.
That's going to bring up number 17, Jordan Tolbert, the center fielder, with 2 away, but with Ibarra on base, and an opportunity to get something going against Kelly, which has proven to be a difficult task for the Falcons batters today. Chavez steps away for a moment. Tolbert steps out of the batter's box, steps back in. Kelly looks into Chavez, gets the pitch, and he looks like he's ready to go. And here's the pitch, and that one is going to be called ball 1. So we have a 1-0 count here to start as Tolbert faces Kelly. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Kelly working quickly with the pitch, and that one gets in there for strike 1, and we are at a count of 1-2, excuse me. I'm sorry, we are at a count of 0-2.
Well, Tolbert walked his first at bat.
And Tolbert goes down.
Now 1-2.
Now it's 1-2. What do you know? You cannot trust the scoreboard. You should trust your eyes as we sit here 1-2. Kelly with the pitch. Tolbert doesn't swing. Strikes out looking. 3rd out of the 5th inning. Strand a man on base. And what do you know? 10-0 as we head into the 6th inning here at Billy & Louise Yarborough Stadium. So here we go for the 6th inning here at Billy & Louise Yarborough Stadium in this Bay Valley Conference matchup between the Solano Falcons and the visiting Laney Eagles. The visiting Laney Eagles ahead of the Falcons 10-0, and the Falcons bringing in their 4th pitcher of the day, number 19, Ryan Ernest.
Boy, in this game reminiscent of the end-of-the-year game last season where Solano played Laney, lost that game 10-5.
As Ernest delivers first pitch to number 11, Tyler Strawn, for a strike to make the count 0-1.
Ryan Ernest, a kid out of Columbine High School.
And Strawn hits this one high. Fernandez and Bishop settle under it, make the catch, and that's going to be 1 away for Ryan Ernest, his first out.
Left fielder.
Ryan Ernest, as we said, just a freshman out of Columbine High School, one of the few left-handers for the Falcons. Pitched us a few times earlier in the season, hasn't been in much in the last part of conference play, so good opportunity here.
As he gets strike 1 to number 18, Jacob Schober, the left fielder. 4th in the Bay Valley Conference in batting average, one of 6 players in today's game in the top 10 in batting average in the Bay Valley Conferences. David Fernandez can't handle this one, and Schober is aboard for a single.
Yeah, that was a tough play because it was hit hard, but Fernandez will tell you he should come up with that one. That's going to be another error on the shortstop. That'll be 2 against Fernandez.
Gotcha. Indeed, it was a tricky hop, but
and it just kind of came up, hit him in the shoulder, and then he couldn't find the ball, and by then it was too late to get Jacob Schober, not the fastest guy, but.
So, Ernest in the face. Ernest now facing number 33, Robert Monchak, who so far today has singled, doubled, and singled, and scored a run. And he delivers ball 1 and counts 1-0. Here comes the pitch. And that's another ball for Ernest, who has fallen behind Monchak 2-0. And based off of what he's done so far today, Greg, as we welcome Greg Poff into the broadcast booth, back in. Welcome, Greg. You don't want to get behind this guy because he can do damage. As Ernest throws over to Crosby at first.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the MO of this game, where you see one of the Laney Eagles get on base with the little cheap infield hit, and then the next guy drives it somewhere and gets the run home.
And Ernest delivers this one low and inside to Monchak. And that's going to be 3-0. And Ernest finds himself in a tough situation with a runner at first. He has recorded an out, but way behind the dangerous Monchak. And he gets that one in there for strike 1. That's going to leave the count at 3-1.
Ryan Ernest comes in with a 7.11 earned run average. But as you said earlier in the broadcast, at times that can be rather inflated when you don't have many innings.
A small sample size indeed.
And Ernest only 6.1 innings pitched on the season. It really control's been his issue. 7 walks to go with just 4 strikeouts. And opposing batters hitting .333 against Mr. Ernest.
Which, when you consider it, is not bad in the realm of junior college baseball.
Yeah, and I think Ernest is going to be a guy that's going to continue to develop. He's just a freshman this year, and so look for him to be back and in the bullpen for the Falcons and maybe getting a little more time on the mound. Not if he keeps walking, guys.
Yes, he delivers a walk to Monchuk, and that's going to leave runners at first and second with 1 away. And that's going to bring up Daniel DiGirolamo, number 8, the second baseman, with only 1 out, a runner in scoring position, and a runner at first. That's going to be Jacob Schober at first, Robert Monchuk at first, and then DiGirolamo at second, excuse me.
Well, it's enough just to say that DiGirolamo's name, and that one gets by Brasher.
That one gets by Brasher, and the runners are going to advance over. So now we have an open base at first, and DiGirolamo at third, and Monchuk at second, and only 1 away. And we have 2 runners in scoring position in a game where Laney already leads Solano 10-0, and an opportunity to do more damage. DiGirolamo.
Boy, and you can see the flagpole and the flag just blowing out towards right center. If DiGirolamo just gets something up in the air, that'll probably get a run home.
Might go right over 370 as he swings and misses there for strike 1. That's going to make the count 1-1. Swinging through that one. Good stuff by Ernest, who again is the 4th Falcons pitcher today in 5 1/3 innings. Ernest with the pitch, and that is a swing through. They're going to say he went around. Okay, I thought he went around. You never know. The umpires, they have their own opinions.
Well, Dunmore was just waiting for Shortridge to ask him. As soon as he acknowledged Dunmore, he gave the strike sign.
That's going to be 1-2, the 1-2 pitch, and that is strike 3. Ernest records a strikeout for out 2 and makes things a little easier on him. You still have runners at second and third. However, you have 2 away, and an out can end this inning without any more damages.
Yeah, huge pitch by Ernest, and that was a breaking ball that just broke in on DiGirolamo, and excellent pitch. As you said, big strikeout, get that second out. Now you can maybe get out of this jam without giving up a run.
And he delivers first pitch strike to Lamar Blanson, number 5, the right fielder, who steps away momentarily.
And he's had a couple hits today, too. Had that infield hit, I remember, in the second, another hit in the third.
And as we go through the lineup again and again, that is just going to be a recurring theme, as is the situation when a team has scored 10 runs in less than 5 innings. And all the damage, Greg, has been done in the first 3.
Yeah, Laney did exactly what you want to do, especially when you're on the road. Just get out and jump on a team, especially when you got your ace, Julian Kelly, going for you. Got him that 3-0 lead. That looks like all he's needed in this game.
All he needed was 1, if so far, as Ernest delivers the 1-1 pitch for a ball to bring the count to 2-1. 2 away here. Billy and Louise Yarborough Stadium. Top of the 6th inning. Blanson facing Ernest as he delivers another one. He swings through that one, misses, and that's going to be strike 2. And we're going to sit here at 2-2 and 2 away here in the 6th.
I almost thought Blanson kind of looked like that was strike 3 because he looked like he was heading for the dugout.
I'm dead. He lost count, clearly. It's easy to do, especially the way Ernest has been throwing strikes. And there we go. That is strike 3. Swinging through strike 3 is Blanson. Ernest not letting any more damage get done, keeps the score at 10-0 as we head to the home half of the 6th inning. All right, so we are here for the home half of the 6th inning. Kelly, the pitcher for the Laney Eagles out for his 6th inning of work. 5 dominating innings of work so far as he faces number 2, David Fernandez, the shortstop, with Fernandez's Falcons trailing the Eagles 10-0 here in the 6th. All eyes on Fernandez as his intro music tells you to do. Kelly, first pitch strike, 0-1 to Fernandez. And he's been ahead of most of the hitters all day so far, right, Greg?
And that's what kept these hitters off balance. Quickly, he's ahead of Fernandez, 0-2. And Julian Kelly, this kid, even though he's a freshman, he's used to pitching in big games. He played 3 years at Valley Christian. Last year's senior season took his team all the way to the D5 high school championship game.
As he delivers that one low, bounces it on home plate almost, and makes the count 1-2.
Kelly pitched in that D5 championship game, which Valley Christian lost to Head Royce High School 3-2. Kelly went all 7 innings in that one, but came up just a run short, was the loser in that championship game.
And Fernandez hits this one right to DiGirolamo, the second baseman, who makes the catch, and that is 1 away. And this definitely qualifies as a big game for both of these teams, Greg.
Yeah, and I think even for Laney, this game a little bit more important because they come in ranked 13th. So if they lose, they don't have as much room to slide and still get an at-large berth. So Laney, big win if they hang in there.
As Kelly gets strike 1 for number 1, Tucker Bishop.
Yeah, if Laney can get this, that gives them that automatic playoff berth. They'll take second place in the BVC. Last year they won the BVC and lost most of their players.
As Bishop fouls this one, first base side, way out of play, into the trees, into the leaves, into the creek.
And then this year, head coach Francisco Zapata, excellent job reloading, bunch of new kids, and they started out kind of slow, struggled during the first half, but boy, now they are playing great baseball.
Well, Kelly is definitely one of them as he delivers the 0-2 pitch for a ball to make the count 1-2. 1 away. Fernandez lining out to DiGirolamo, the second baseman. Kelly working quickly with the pitch. And this one is hit into shallow right field, and Burgos, the center fielder, easily makes the catch.
Bishop gave that one a ride, but right to the center field. And that's kind of been the difference in this game, Shamari. It seems like when the Falcons have hit the ball hard, they've hit it right at someone. Laney, on the other hand, they've had a lot of those cheap infield hits, but then when they're driving the ball, they're hitting it in the gaps, and that's really a big difference in this game.
Number 22, Alex Crosby, up to face Kelly, who gets the first pitch strike on Crosby, make the count 0-1, 2 away. No Falcons on base. No Falcons have been on base so far this inning. And his team leading 10-0 as Crosby sends this one into foul territory. Schober, the left fielder, running, couldn't quite get there. It falls to the turf here in the ballpark, and that's going to make the count, leave the count at 0-2.
Boy, and Crosby, he has really struggled against Julian Kelly this year. Crosby, of course, one of the top hitters in the Bay Valley Conference. But
third.
Thus far, 0 for 6 in 2 games against Julian Kelly.
And we'll just recognize the 3 Solano hitters. There are 3 Solano Falcons and 3 Laney Eagles in the top 10. Alex Crosby, Edgar Ibarra, and David Fernandez for the Falcons. As Crosby sends this one in the same place, foul down the left field line. And Laney, Todd Burgos, Schober, and Buckley are all in the top 10, ranking 1st, 4th, and 8th respectively.
And you look at Laney's guys today, and Burgos and Schober and Buckley, those guys have come through.
Huge.
Crosby's still looking for his first hit against this kid.
The 0-2 pitch, and he hits this one right to Nieves, the shortstop, over the first baseman Buckley, and the throw is in time, and this inning is over. So we head to the 7th inning, we head to the 7th inning with the Eagles still leading the Falcons 10-0.
All right, new pitcher in for the Falcons. This will be the 5th pitcher as Nick Driscoll comes in. The sophomore out of San Marin High School, 3.82 earned run average. He's 3-2 on the season, and 37.2 innings. This will be his 13th appearance. He's given up 10 walks and 24 strikeouts on the season.
It's a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, but
and really when he's pitched, it's been his control. It's been untimely walks that have hurt him his last couple outings. That one over for a strike.
Former starter, converted reliever.
So Driscoll set, and here's the next pitch way outside. Lamar. Who's up? We got a pinch hitter? 15, Byron Buckley leading things off. That one in the dirt. So Byron Buckley leading things off for the Eagles here in the top of the 7th. He'll be followed by Samuel Nieves and Todd Burgos, the Falcon killer.
Looking for that triple or that single.
All right. Here's a pitch by Driscoll. This one hits sharply down the first base line. Fortney in there, fields it cleanly, and flips to Driscoll. That'll be the first out. So Chad Fortney now in at first base, and boy, Fortney just an outstanding defensive first baseman. He's just been a great utility player for the Falcons, not only this year, but last year as well.
Samuel Nieves.
And Crosby replacing Tucker Bishop over at third base. Next pitch to Nieves. This one is popped into foul territory. Fortney over there, no chance to make a play.
I think on many other teams, Fortney would probably be an everyday starter, but when you have Alex Crosby playing first base, third in the league in batting average, it's hard to displace him from that position. Yeah, it is, and with Tucker Bishop over at third and playing so well as a freshman. Driscoll set. Here's the next pitch. Nice breaking ball, but doesn't catch the corner. That'll be a ball. So yeah, what we're saying is Fortney's not a bad guy having off the bench. Yeah, he's he can come in and he's going to play good defense and always doing stuff at the plate. Well, he's got a chance with the leather here, and he catches that one. That's a little foul pop-up. So Nieves retired, and now Todd Burgos coming up, and this is when you want to face Burgos. You want him up with 2 outs, nobody on. The way things are going, Fortney comes into the game, gets the first 2 balls hit to him. Guessing this is a line drive down the first baseline. All right, Nick Driscoll ready. Already 2 outs, and that one's a chopper hit to Fernandez, fields it. Long throw gets him. So 3 up, 3 down. Nick Driscoll looking pretty effective in relief. And at the end of 6.5 innings of play, Falcons still down to Laney, 10-0.
Right fielder, number 6.
Well, getting things started for the Falcons here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Zach Wells will be followed by Nick Speeney and then Justin Quillitan. Well, Wells broke up Julian's no-hitter in the 4th inning. Let's see if he can do some more damage here. First pitch by Kelly right at the knees for a strike. So Zach Wells and Edgar Ibarra, the only 2 Falcons with the hit against Kelly today. Next pitch, that one fouled back and going to drift just past the running Buckley over at first. So the Falcons, they have just never been able to get anything going in this game. Zach, I don't think they've had a runner to second base in this game. Nope, have not. 2 base hits, left both runners at first. Still 9 outs to go for the Falcons. Community college baseball, anything can happen. That next pitch is a pop-up, foul territory. Buckley going over and hangs in there and makes the catch. And that is a tough play with the wind really creating havoc over there. But Buckley stays with it, makes a nice catch. And boy, you got to tip your cap to Laney. Not only has Kelly been so effective on the mound, but defensively, Laney has played an outstanding game today. Hitting, pitching, defense, I mean, they're playing like a team that's ready to go to the playoffs. All right, Speeney in, takes the first offering by Kelly. It stays fair. Buckley has it, flips to Kelly. And that'll be the second out. Nice play over there at first by Byron Buckley to stay with it. That was hit pretty sharply, and it was right down the line, bounced over the bag, stays with it. Kelly, good job covering from the mound, and that's the second out.
Well, much like the top of the 7th, 3-1 put out. Pop fly to third, or to first.
Absolutely right. That first pitch to JQ in the dirt for a ball.
So because I was so bad at predicting last inning, let's see if I get the ground out to shortstop correct this time.
Well, Nieves is ready, but JQ swings and misses on that one. Got his money's worth on that swing, but comes up empty.
And even when you look at the hits Solano's gotten against Kelly, they haven't been well hit. Zach Wells really just kind of fisted his into shallow right field.
Ibarra's, that was that's the one solid,
yeah,
solid ball they've hit today. Kelly ready, and this one is drilled and gets by the second baseman and goes into center field. And I was kind of blocked by Chavez, the catcher. I couldn't see if he could have made that play on the ball.
I've never seen someone try to field a ball like that before. He looked like a deer prancing around, and it like took a bad hop behind him.
Well, we'll give JQ a hit. Falcons need any help they can get. But runner on first with 2 outs, and now Gio Torres up to the plate. First pitch way outside. Gio Torres in for Ibarra now in left field. Next pitch by Kelly, fouled out of play. That'll even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th. Laney in command. They've been in command since the top of the 1st. Scored 3 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 5 in the 3rd, and that's where we're at, folks. 10-0 Laney. That one outside. Count now 2-1 with 2 outs here. Gio Torres, another one of those talented freshmen. Kind of struggled with the bat his freshman year, but that one popped up, and DiGirolamo going back and able to settle under it and make the catch. So that'll be the 3rd out. Falcons do get another hit. That's 3 against Kelly. But at the end of 7 innings of play, Falcons still down to Laney 10-0.
All right, so we begin the 8th inning with the Solano Falcons finding themselves on the wrong side of what best can be described as a beatdown, trailing the Eagles 10-0. The Falcons bring in yet another pitcher, number 13, Adam Coates, and up for the Eagles, number 30, Kenny Chavez, the catcher, as he fouls one high back for strike 1. This can make the count 0-1.
So, number 13, Adam Coates. In 8 appearances this season, 9.95 ERA, 6 1/3 innings pitched.
So he delivers strike 2. We bring the count to 0-2. 70 miles per hour thrower on that last pitch there. Chavez behind, 0-2. Coates with the pitch. Chavez hits this one high in the center field, and Tolbert settles under that one, makes the catch, and that's going to be 1 away. So 1 away for the Falcons. Up comes number 11, Tyler Strawn for the Eagles to face Adam Coates, who successfully got out his first Eagles batter. Coates with the pitch, and this one is low and outside, ball 1. Had a funky little cut to it, down and away from the lefty, Strawn.
Coates, a guy not real deceptive. Only 1 strikeout on the season.
Strawn skies this one high and out of play down the left field line, over the fence, into the trees, and that's going to make the count 1-1. Coates with the pitch, and that's going to be outside again and make the count 2-1. And so you're saying not really deceptive, but
he walks about 1 batter an inning. Not real great.
And that one is going to be low for ball 3. So after retiring his first batter, Chavez, Colts now find themselves behind the count 3-1 to Tyler Strawn, the second batter he's faced this inning. Colts representing the 5th pitcher. Strawn sends this one high into left center field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. So that's going to be a base hit for Strawn, and that's going to bring up number 18, Jacob Schober, the left fielder, to face Colts with his teammate on and only one away. So what do you think Solano's doing now? They're just trying to get their young guys in, see what they have headed into the playoffs.
I think that's exactly what they're doing.
Because you have to know, in a playoff situation, in critical, who you can rely on. Now, they have their core guys, Ryan Anderson, Zach Wells, and all those sorts of guys, but it's good to see what you have going. As Colts get strike one there, make the count 0-1.
Yeah, maybe get another look at some of the pitchers that have been riding the bench most of the season, see what they're bringing to the table now.
And this one is hit into left center field, and Tolbert settles under it, makes the catch, 2 away. Because when you look at the numbers of innings pitched of the pitchers we've seen so far since Anderson left, you're talking small sample size guys, 7 innings, 8 innings. And in for Robert Monchak is number 39, Eric Penrose.
Penrose only hitting 111 on the season.
Colts with the pitch, and that one's going to be a ball. So that's going to be a 1-0 count with 2 away here for Colts, facing the pinch hitter, Penrose, here in the 8th inning, trying to get his team to the home half of the 8th. And Penrose swings. They're going to call that one a check swing, and he's going to get the ball on that one. That's going to make the count 2-0.
Penrose only 2 for 18 on the season, 7 strikeouts, but he's a big guy. He looks like if he gets a hold of one, he'll get a hold of one.
And Colts delivers ball 3 to Penrose.
67 miles an hour.
So he's behind yet another batter. He has got 2 out, but he got behind Strawn 3-1, and then Strawn launched one in the outfield for a hit. Let's see what Penrose does as he gets that one in there for a tight strike. Could have been inside, but called a strike nonetheless to make the count 3-1, 102 away here in the top of the 8th. Falcons, Penrose fouls this one high, back out of play, and that's going to be strike 2. So here we are, a full count for Colts as he faces Penrose, 2 outs, trying to end this inning to get his team back up. The Falcons down to their last 6 outs with 10 runs to make up.
I think Coach should throw that fastball back inside again. Penrose didn't want any part of that last.
And he's going to put him aboard. So Colts issues a walk to Penrose, the pinch hitter. And that's going to put 2 men on for the spot occupied by second baseman Daniel DiGirolamo. And I believe we have a
Eli Alcantar.
Hitter. Eli Alcantar in, as we see mass substitutions by the Eagles up comfortably 10-0 as Alcantar fouls that one down the right field line for strike 1. Mass substitutions. And that's probably because, Zach, right? If you're the Eagles, you want to see what you have also heading into the playoffs.
When you say mad, are we talking about like crazy insane asylum substitutions or like massive?
I meant to
amounts?
say mass.
Okay.
Mass substitutions. And a strike to make the count 0-2. So, Colts ahead of a hitter, which he hasn't been often in the 5 he's faced. But he's ahead of Alcantar, 0-2 with the pitch, and it's high as a runner at second taking a healthy lead. Looked like it may have been a pitch out as the catcher hopped up quickly to catch it and looked ready to throw.
Well, you don't want to be stealing a base with your team up 10-0. That's a good way to get your pitchers or hitters thrown at.
And this one is hit in the center field, and another run is going to score. That's going to be 11-0 Eagles. So now we're at the 11-point margin of victory that the Falcons had earlier at Laney when they beat the Eagles 15-4. So maybe this is a little payback as number 5 Lamar Blanson comes up to face Coates with runners at first and second and 2 away.
Actually, that's another pinch hitter, number 3 Keenan Burton
excuse me. As Coates delivers that one into home plate for ball 1.
So Britton is 174 on the season with 2 doubles and a triple.
But Britton had an easy take there on the pitch as he swings through that one for strike 1 to make the count 1-1. Britton had an easy take the first pitch, swung through the second, counts it at 1-1. We have 2 away. Coates trying to end this inning with no more damage done as Britton skies this one high. Catcher's going under to make the catch, and he makes it. And that's going to be 3 away. This inning is over as we head to the home half of the 8th. Solano Falcons look to make up ground as they still trail the Eagles 10-0. Okay, wait, that's not right. So we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, the home half of the 8th inning. Falcons down to their last 6 outs, trailing the Eagles 11-0. Number 31, Eric Olson, comes up to face Kelly for his 8th inning of work. 8 shutout innings for Kelly as he gets strike 1 against Olson.
Olson only 7 at-bats on the season, 0 for those 7, 2 strikeouts.
Looking for his first hit then, right?
Looking for his first hit.
Kelly outside, way outside. Chavez had to sort of dive to make that catch.
And he couldn't pick an easier pitcher to try and get that first hit off of.
Yeah, not a lot of luck. As it counts 1-1 for Olson facing Kelly, who no one in blue today has figured out, as he delivers another one outside to bring the count to 2-1. But hey, you never know, this just may be Olson's day. The Falcons certainly need it to be as they trail 11 runs. 11 runs scored in this game, all of them by the Eagles. As Olson fouls this one off the catcher Chavez's helmet to bring the count to 2-2. Olson steps into the batter's box. Kelly looks at Chavez, gets his sign, is ready for the pitch, and here it goes, and Olson fouls this one away. So that's going to leave the count at 2-2. Kelly looking in. Chavez with the signal, Kelly with the pitch, and this one bounces in the dirt. Good take by Olson to bring the count to 3-2. So Olson, if nothing else, is going to get 6 pitches out of Kelly, which is an achievement the way Kelly's pitching today. 7. He's going to get 7 out of Kelly. The way he's been pitching today is quite an achievement.
Really just lights out. And not a whole lot of strikeouts, but weak contact up and down the lineup.
Olson goes down swinging on strike 3. So that's going to be 1 away and 5 outs left for the Falcons.
Now batting left fielder, number 25, Anthony Pickett.
So that's going to bring up number 25, Anthony Pickens, taking over for Jordan Tolbert in left field and coming in to face Kelly with 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Kelly working quickly, delivers the pitch, and Pickens fouls that one high back behind the backstop for strike 1. And that's going to make the count 0-1 and 1 away here for the Falcons, looking to get something going. Kelly with the pitch, and that one is low for ball 1, and that's going to bring the count to 1-1.
Pickett's 1 for 16 on the season, no walks.
So a little bit more of a sample size than some of the other substitutions we've seen as he sends this one into right field, and an amazing attempt to make the catch by the second baseman, DiGirolamo, who was actually replaced by Alcantar. Thank you very much. And he is down, and we hope that he is okay. But nonetheless, a base hit for Pickens and a base runner for the Falcons, who need to get something going here as they're down to their last 5 outs. So we have coaches and trainers out to check on Alcantar. Checking on Alcantar. We are everyone with bated breath here at Bailey Louise Yarborough Stadium, here for this broadcast of Solano Community College Sports Network. My name is Shamari Block with my broadcast partner Zach Kraft. Greg Poff also in the mix here for us. And we are a broadcasting class here at Solano Community College who broadcast baseball games, softball games, all of the home sports here. And we are part of the communications department. It's Speech 75. If you're interested in taking it next semester, I will tell you that it is an awesome class to take. It's an awesome learning experience, and particularly if you want to be involved in broadcasting. So in for David Fernandez at shortstop, Danny Mills, and he is in to face Kelly after we get back to play after Alcantar's injury, as Kelly gets strike 1 against Mills to make the count 0-1.
Well, any class where you get credit for coming out watching and talking about baseball, that's a good class to me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. As Kelly delivers a ball to make the count 1-1.
And transferable credits too.
Transferable, as well as towards graduation, towards your associates. And the count is 2-1 as Kelly delivers a ball to Mills. Mills in the batter's box ready, and he fouls that one to make the count 2-2. 1 away, but his teammate Pickens at first.
Mills hitting 300 on the season. No extra base hits though. It'd be nice to see him get his first one here.
Nice indeed, in more ways than one, as he hits this one to the third baseman, and ooh, almost a double play. Wild pitch, wild throw, and Mills is off to second. And he slides in safely, not even close. And that's going to bring us to our next batter, number 4, Chad Fortney. And he's going to be coming in.
First baseman, number 4, Chad Fortney.
For Alex Crosby. So, Solano with some base runners, well, with a base runner. But they've had a couple of singles here, as Chad Fortney is in to face Kelly. And Fortney fouls that one back. Make the count 0-1. And this is the first time, I believe, that the Falcons have had someone as far as a wild pitch, and Fortney moves over to third.
We were going to say as far as second base, but now we'll say as far as third base, and all it did was take a couple of Laney errors to get him there.
And the errors will kill you every time, as a couple of Laney's 11 they've scored so far. A few of them have been by way of Solano error. Fortney, 1-1 against Kelly. Kelly looking into Chavez, shaking him off, shaking him off. And I believe he has his pitch now, and he's ready to go. The 1-1 pitch from Kelly is outside, and that's going to be 2-1. 2 away, 4 outs remaining for Solano. With a runner at third, a good opportunity to go down by only 10. But 2 outs. And this one is hit high in the right field. Britton settles under it, makes a catch, and this inning is over. So, get a runner over to third, fly out, still no run scored by the Falcons in the score. Laney Eagles 11, Falcons nothing, as we head to the top of the 9th. All right, so here we go for the top of the 9th inning.
Pinch hitter, number 24, Brandon Lee, taking the place of Byron Buckley.
And the Falcons in for their 6th pitcher, Nick Roundtree, number 5, the sophomore, in to pitch this 9th inning.
And if you like big numbers, you'll like Nick Roundtree's ERA, 22.5.
Wow, he is riding on 22s. Okay. Not good on the baseball diamond. Some people like it on their vehicles, though, as he delivers a high ball.
To be fair, he's only given up 5 earned runs. It's just he gave them up in 2 innings.
And that will happen to you when you have the small sample size.
Ouch.
So that one is fouled back for strike 1. The count's 1-1 for Brandon Lee.
Freshman infielder for Laney.
In for Byron Buckley, the first baseman. So 2-1 to Lee,
who's hitting 176 on the season with 2 doubles.
As we see substitutions coming in by both teams, kind of indicating, and he hits this one high, third base side, and dropped by
Matthew Mitchell.
In for Tucker Bishop.
Usually a catcher. It's probably his first game playing there at third base.
And he kind of looked out of place going after the ball there, the high fly that hung in the air for quite a bit, bounced off his glove, and then fell to the turf. So Lee, 2-2 to Nick Roundtree. Nick Roundtree with the pitch, and this one is high for ball 3, so that's going to be 3-2 with nobody away. The first batter of the top of the 9th inning. Falcons looking to shut the Eagles down. Roundtree with the pitch low, and Lee is going to be aboard with a walk. So when you talk about a 22 ERA, albeit a short, small sample size, you have to think that things like walks may contribute greatly to that sort of thing. As number 2, Samuel Nieves, still in the game, one of the few Eagles still in the game, comes up to face Roundtree. Roundtree working quickly, gets the pitch in there for strike 1. That's going to make the count 0-1, nobody away, and Lee at first base. The good thing about having a runner at first base is you always have the opportunity for a double play. So let's see what Roundtree does, and he delivers this one outside for ball 1. The count stands at 1-1. Lee over at first, not taking a huge lead, but getting a little bit of a lead. Roundtree working quickly and gets that one in there for a called strike. So he gets ahead of Nieves, 1-2. Roundtree working quickly, and Nieves hits this one right through the gap between the third base and the shortstop, and that is a single, and that's going to put runners at first and second with nobody away. So the Eagles threatening again with nobody out and 1 runner in scoring position and 2 total aboard. And in comes number 41, Todd Burgos.
So they've substituted for a lot of their players, but Burgos stays.
And why not? He hit a home run today. Let him have his moment. You know, hey, he may get another one. His first home run today. As Roundtree gets that one in there for strike 1 to make the count 0-1. Burgos, the center fielder, has had himself quite a day. Besides homering and hitting a double and scoring a run and doing everything else you would want to do offensively, he made an amazing diving catch in center field.
Yeah, he's really one of the top players in this conference. And only being a freshman, I'm looking forward to next season from him.
Count stands at 1-1. Roundtree ready to go. Checks the runner at second. 1-1 pitch, and this one is hit right to second base, and we got 2. So that is 2 away for the Falcons. An amazing catch, and then a savvy throw to second base.
Yeah, very nice heads-up play by JQ and Mills, who doesn't normally play shortstop, making it over to the bag to double him up.
So that puts us back. So that puts us to replacement number 6.
Andrew Rosario.
Andrew Rosario, thank you very much. To face Roundtree, who just got the double play with 2 away, as Roundtree gets strike 1 for 0-1 count with 2 away here, looking to get his team to the home half of the ninth as he bounces one in the dirt outside of home plate for ball 1 to make the count 1-1.
Rosario, freshman catcher, hitting .211 on the season.
In for Kenny Chavez, a slugger who tripled earlier in this game and drove in 2 runs in the process. And it wasn't a cheap triple either. And he hits this one high in the left center field. And it's going to be caught by the center fielder. And this inning is over. So 3 outs remaining for the Falcons. They head to the home half of the 9th inning with them trailing 11-0.
All right, Greg Poff back with Zach Kraft here as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Falcons down 11-0. Last game of the regular season, and it looks like Laney is well on their way to winning 2nd place in the Bay Valley Conference, getting that automatic berth in the playoffs. We'll try to help you figure out where Solano's going to end up as we get through the bottom of the 9th. Matt Mitchell in, Julian Kelly still on the mound and takes that first pitch and fouls it back for a strike. Boy, Julian Kelly's just been outstanding today. Another stellar performance for the freshman out of Valley Christian High School. Kelly ready and pitch in the dirt, so you're probably wondering about the Falcons now and their playoff opportunities. Good news is probably still going to be in the playoffs, Zach. They're ranked right now at number 10, probably not going to drop out of the top 18, and that's what would have to happen. Grounder to the third baseman, Strong, long throw, and retires Mitchell. And boy, Mitchell really runs well. In fact, I like this kid out of Bethel. Big, athletic kid, can hit for power. I look for him to see a lot more playing time next year.
Yeah, I think he'll probably end up being the starting catcher.
Yeah, it'll be both Matt Mitchell or Eric Olson kind of battling for that position. And, too, we'll see, Coach Scott Stover, such an outstanding recruiter. But back to the Falcons and the playoff picture as Jacob Caballero, the freshman out of Rodriguez, steps into the on-deck circle. But essentially for the Falcons, and that's going to be it for Julian Kelly.
I'm disappointed.
What an outstanding pitching performance, and boy, this was a game that Laney really needed. And you look at the work that they had done. They had won 11 of their last 12 games, but still really needed to get this victory today to ensure they get into the playoffs. For the Falcons, they still have a good chance to make it in and could end up with that play-in game. We'll see, and really what will factor into the whole equation will be how Mendocino does against Marin today and how Los Medanos does against Yuba. Falcons need Mendocino or Los Medanos to lose one of those games. If they do, Falcons will end up tied with whoever that team is, but both those teams have the tiebreaker over Solano. So for Solano to get in, you're going to have to see Northern California go with 4 teams from the Bay Valley Conference. If Mendocino or Los Medanos lose, then the Falcons will end up in 4th place. and probably get that at-large bid. I think even if they drop to 5th, it's going to be hard to keep the Falcons out because their RPI is so high, and they had such an excellent non-conference record with wins over San Mateo, over Mission. They had a win over Delta, and they had a win over Marin. And even you look at Laney, ranked 13, you get more points for teams in the top 15. This is the only game they've dropped to Laney in their 4 games against them.
Yeah, no, they've looked real good against everyone this season. They've kind of lost a couple games to teams they probably should have beaten. You know, just got a little, you know, I don't know if they were just too comfortable coming into the game or what, but.
And it looks like Jacob Schober now in the pitch. I thought I saw 18 on the jersey. We'll see. Now it's going to something.
Spencer Sheets.
Spencer Sheets in.
Or
that almost looked like a knuckleball.
Never mind. It's Jeff Robertshaw.
And Robertshaw, I believe, pitched on Tuesday against the Falcons. Pitched an inning, gave up a couple hits and a run.
Well, he pitched last time they were here at Solano, too.
That's right. It was Robertshaw, and then it was the other starter, Jonathan Davis, that came in the 9th. The Falcons were able to, I think, Chad Fortney, big hit, and then, of course, David Fernandez walk-off hit to get in Fortney. So Caballero pops this one up. It's really going to carry out to center. And not sure if that's Borgo still out there, but center fielder makes the catch. So we can't tell you the Falcons, if they make the playoffs, definitely going to be on the road. It just depends where they end up. And just to give you an idea of how far they'd have to fall, they have 332 points right now, ranked currently at number 10. If you look at the number 18 team, Gavilan, they have 101 points. So Falcons would really have to fall to not make it in the top 18. But that does mean that if Mendocino, Los Medanos win today, that the BVC would get 5 teams in. So that's the thing that makes it a little sketchy as far as the Falcons getting into the playoffs.
But that Marin team is so good. I mean, it's going to take a real good game from Mendocino to make it there.
Who do you like between Marin and Laney?
After today, Laney. I mean, today was impressive. Just defense, offense, pitching.
Boy, and that one is given a right. That's got a chance to get out. Left fielder settles under and makes the catch. Nick Roundtree, the pitcher, coming up and gives that one a ride. So that's going to do it, folks. Falcons just never seem to get into this game. They lose this game 11-0. Got to tip your cap to Laney, too. And, Zach, you were talking about Laney against Marin. I, too, very impressed with the hitting of Laney. But then you trot out that Marin that Marin pitching staff as the wind gets a hold of some of our stats. Tommy Pavesi's uncle with an excellent grab there on the stat sheet. But when you look at Laney, how do they fare against that great pitching by Marin? You've got those great starters. So I don't know. But what a great season, especially for the Bay Valley Conference. We're going to have to sit tight and see what happens with Solano. We'll know Sunday evening. So the Northern California Committee will get together. All of the conference winners get in. All of the second place teams that have a record over 500 get in, and then Solano will have to pick up one of those 6 at-large bids, and we'll see how that pans out. Probably our last Solano baseball game here on the Solano College Sports Network. The only exception would be if the Falcons end up with the 15 or 16 seed, they would play next Tuesday. That'd be that play-in game, a 1 game, and that would be here at Solano. If they go to 17 or 18, then they would have that play-in game on the road. So still a lot of trepidation for the Solano Falcons as they wait to see whether or not they will get into the playoffs, and especially for a lot of the 2-year sophomores. This would be the first team since 2007 where your sophomore class did not have a chance to get into the playoffs. And they've had a successful season.
That's a shame with how well they've played.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Wells and Crosby, Ryan Anderson, Nick Altman. I mean, there are some really good ball players. So just for their sake, we'd like to see the Falcons able to get into the playoffs one more time.
Yes.
Well, what are your thoughts on the game, Zach?
Just dominated on every side of the ball by Laney. I mean, just right out the gate. You know, they got a couple breaks going their way, but the home run by Burgos, after that, you just knew it was going to be a long day. And Julian Kelly did a lot to speed it up. He was lights out on the mound. Only gave up a couple hard hit balls. Just, you know, not a whole lot of strikeouts, but weak contact all up and down the lineup. People just balls off their hands and, you know, weak ground balls. It's just...
He does such a good job just kind of changing his location and mixing up his speeds, and you said this earlier in the broadcast, just really able to keep the hitters off balance. So outstanding job by Julian Kelly. Also, Ryan Anderson probably didn't have his best stuff today on the gun. His fastball usually mid-80s.
And some breaks didn't go his way.
Exactly, but he was only hitting 77, 78 with his fastball on the radar gun, so not quite the velocity that you're used to seeing with Ryan Anderson. Still,
he pitched a complete game last week. You might wonder if he's still maybe a little fatigued from that one.
And kind of hoping he'd have a chance to maybe go for a shutout today. He had a chance to actually tie Tug McGraw's shutout record. Tug McGraw, 3 shutouts for the Falcons in his 2 years here, I believe in 63 and 64. Ryan Anderson, 1 shutout away from tying that. Ryan Anderson, though, does have the record here at Solano for complete games, has 7 in his career, and what a fine career it's been. Well, we hope it's not the last of the sophomores as far as us being able to see them play baseball. We're going to hope they at least get another chance and do make it into the playoffs. We'll find out on Sunday. In the meantime, thanks for checking us out here on the Solano College Sports Network. For Shamari Block, Zach Kraft, Orlando Torres, another outstanding job on the camera. I'm Greg Poff here at the Solano College Sports Network. Good night now.